What's up everybody, it's RobinGaming here. Now, the past 2 years, a large part on my channel has been discussing the next Naughty Dog game. At the time, we were already aware that Naughty Dog has two teams. At the time, one of them was working on The Last of Us, and the other one, well, we were pretty much guessing about that. I have always said Uncharted 4 would be the next project, and in the end, that turned out to be the case. The game has been announced right now. We know that it's going to be coming out, in the next 1 or 2 years. We don't know a lot yet in terms of details, but then again, it's sure to be coming soon. So that's what we know so far. But then you have the Last of Us team. Of course, that game came out the past year, was very well received. Everybody loved that game. It did very well in terms of sales as well. And now that Left Behind, the single player DLC is out, well, the whole project has pretty much been wrapped up, and they are now looking into what they can, continue with, what will be their next project. So I think it's, it's starting to be time to talk about the next Naughty Dog game. Uncharted 4 has yet to come out, but after that, what will be coming out, from the Last of Us team? That's what I'll be discussing in this video. At the same time, I'll also have a pretty special announcement at the end of the video, so I hope you will stick around for that. But today I will be discussing, if The Last of Us 2 could possibly be coming. So Neil Druckmann indicated, I think it was last week, that there was a 50-50 chance that a The Last of Us sequel would be coming. And if you want, first of all, my personal opinion on the question, is there gonna be a The Last of Us 2? I'm gonna say right here, there's a 100% chance, in my eyes, that The Last of Us 2 is coming. I truly think that there's no doubt that we will be seeing a sequel at some point. Here's the big question though, is it gonna be Naughty Dog's next game, the next game from the Last of Us team? Now that's why I have doubts. That's why I'll say there's a 50-50% chance. What I think right now is that, in terms of just financial success and how much people loved The Last of Us, it's just undeniable that there will be a next game. It would be stupid for them to just, leave that whole franchise behind and say, okay, this was a one game thing, we're not going to continue this. However, at the same time, I feel like, what if, on the PS4, the Last of Us team will be working, on a new IP maybe again, or something else, and then maybe like do a sequel to The Last of Us at the end of the generation once again. So say in maybe 7 to 8 years. That's the thing I'm having doubts about right now, and what I'm thinking about is that is it actually going to be the next game? I wouldn't really know. I mean, I'd say there is definitely a big chance that the next game will just be the sequel, but at the same time I could see them continuing the franchise at a different point in time. However, once again, I do really feel like there's a sequel coming. Why is that? Well, there's definitely certain reasons for that. First of all, by the way, of course, what could that team be doing? There's 3 things they could be doing. They could, 1, be rebooting the Jak and Daxter franchise. They've already said that they had been looking into that it didn't really work out, the things they did to try and bring that series back. They didn't really feel like that was really gonna serve the fans very well, that they would really receive their plans for the next Jak and Daxter game well. So I honestly don't see a sequel to Jak and Daxter happening, maybe at all, to be honest. The second thing could be The Last of Us 2, which is the obvious, choice, and the third one is a new IP, which they could also be doing. But the reason why I think that a The Last of Us 2 is coming is for, the following things. First of all, the developers just get emotionally attached to a certain franchise, and, I don't know if that's a right word to express it, but for example, I saw this documentary, which was called Grounded. You may have seen it as well. It's this 2-hour-long The Last of Us documentary behind the scenes, talking about, what work went into the whole game and what the whole process was for making the game. And you just see that there's a team of 100 to 150 dedicated people behind it, working all day, to make sure that game comes out in like 3 to 4 years. That's how long they work on that, with so many people. At the same time, you have Sony, which publishes the game, who definitely will be, telling them after the success that The Last of Us was, how much money the game made and how much they would like to see a sequel as well, because of course, I mean, they want to make a profit from it, and they know that now there is such a big fan base behind the game that they want a sequel for it as well, because yeah, I mean, let's face it, sequels just sell really well. So all in all, I just feel like, first of all, there's Naughty Dog, who I'm sure isn't done with the franchise yet, just like with Uncharted. They could have finished Uncharted after 3 parts and said, okay, we're done with this now, we've made 3 games, they were all very well received and we loved making them, but we're gonna finish it now. It is done right now. They didn't decide to do do that. Why is that? Because they themselves felt like they could do more with Nathan Drake. They weren't done with him yet. They felt like they had directions to take Nathan Drake that could be a really, you know, fresh new start for the franchise maybe, or just something new that they are really excited about. So all in all, they felt like they wanted to continue the Uncharted franchise, not just because it did well and because it sold well, but also because they themselves wanted to continue it. And that's what I also think will be the case with The Last of Us, especially because it's been only like one game so far. And with Uncharted, for example, they made 3 games and they still aren't done with it. So I truly expect there to be a next game. And then finally, to wrap it all up, you know, what is The Last of Us 2 going to be about? If I had to make guesses about this right now, I would just say we'll see Joel and Ellie once again, that it will be a true sequel, that we'll see, you know, what will happen after the ending of the original Last of Us. Won't spoil here what that is, because, you know, there might be still some people who haven't played the game who will be doing that soon. But yeah, I definitely would expect actually Joel and Ellie to return as well. If you see, you know, the people behind it, Troy Baker, Ashley Johnson, who play the game, have also become, you know, great friends of the whole team. I just feel like they can't just, you know, abandon those people and actually, you know, continue with completely different characters. It would just be a weird thing in my eyes. Just realize how weird that would be to continue the franchise with totally different characters. I think that Joel and Ellie are also just part of The Last of Us. That's what makes The Last of Us. So all in all, that's where my guesses are, but that's maybe a topic for an entirely different video. So that was my take on a The Last of Us sequel. Hopefully you agree with me, and of course let me know what you think about this whole thing in the comments. So then now I'd like to quickly announce something which I'm actually personally really excited about, and I hope you will be as well, especially like the long-time viewers who know some of the people I did dual commentaries and quad commentaries with. So I did this quad commentary like 5 months ago on Breaking Bad with a few friends of mine, George, Callum and Oscar they were called. Maybe you might still remember them if you watched that video in the past. I'm sure a lot of you will actually know George, but Oscar came with the idea that he wanted to start a new channel which would all be about just a couple of friends talking about games, having fun, having some discussions, and yeah, I mean, all in all, just talking very casually about certain games. And he invited me to join that channel. Same counts for Callum, and you know, George right now hasn't joined yet. I mean, we will be explaining that on the channel why, but he might do so at a certain point in the future.
I remember seeing his PSN was robinoyo, and I originally thought that it was some kind of rip-off of the football player Robinho. That's literally who I thought it was. And I was just like, this dude is a dickhead.
So there's this channel now, it's called Greatness Debates, which is pretty much a pun on the whole greatness awaits slogan by Sony that they use for the PlayStation ad campaign and stuff. But, you know, on there we will be doing these gaming discussions. And once again, it's not a channel that is led by me, no, Oscar is doing that. And I am just there, you know, joining the videos to join him with the discussion pretty much. And I mean, oh no, I think it's a really fun idea. And it's something that, you know, those viewers who are watching this right now who want to see more from me and at the same time just see me discussing with, you know, with some of my friends about certain gaming topics that are really popular at the moment. You know, if you want to see that, then go check out that channel. Once again, it's called Greatness Debates. I will be linking it here in the description and in the video itself. So I mean, just check it out for now and see what you think about it. There's already one video up right now. It should actually be uploaded at this very moment that this video is uploaded. So yeah, that's really exciting, and I hope you will be as excited about that as I am right now. And for now, that was actually pretty much it. So hopefully you will go check out that channel if you're interested. And for now, I'd just like to thank you a lot for watching and hope to see you again next time.